It's the last race on the card, race number 8, Hollywood Bets, Bright Future, merit rated 73 handicap, and it's set to be run over the 1200 meters. This race will go off at 16:35, which is 25 to 5, and it is race number 8. The horse with the most scope for improvement is the 4, which is Cape Eagle. Now, this 4-year-old son of Vercingetorix, he's had 3 starts to date, and he's run 3 crackers. On debut, he ran second to Luna Cam from the Dennis Dreyer yard. Then he beat Pashton Wally from the Justin Snaith yard. And then last time out, in his comeback run, he ran third to Sikulu from Wayne Badenhorst and Barbara Kennedy. So he has scope for improvement, neatly drawn in gate 4. He's going to enjoy the 1200 meter trip. His best form is over the distance. He's only had 3 starts over this distance as well. So Cape Eagle is definitely a horse that you've got to keep a close eye on, but the race doesn't stop there. This is a wide open race, I feel, and a race where you possibly need to include quite a few in order to be safe in the last leg of the pick 6. Warren, how do you see this race planning out?
I'm excited to see Cape Eagle run, whom, like you, I believe is a progressive type, lightly raced, shown some talent, neatly drawn. So yes, Cape Eagle, I'm excited to see him run. He could possibly be my narrow first choice. Glad you touched on Despicable. Let's talk about him a bit more. I think he's going to run an absolute cracker. He's taken a couple of runs to come back to himself after that long rest. I think he had tendon injuries, and Tony and his team have been nursing him back to good health and to better form. And he's starting to improve. His last run was good, showed good pace. So for me, Despicable, let's talk a little bit more about him, because at 16 to 1, he certainly could be the lurker in the pack here.
Yes, most definitely. When I was going through this field, I was just looking at Despicable. I said, I think he could be ready to run a real cracker. 4th run after rest. I thought last time out he would have just needed that run to tighten up even more. 1.5 kgs off his back, so he only carries 56.5. His best form is on the poly track, where both of his career victories have come over, and he's only 3rd to date. He's a 6-year-old son of VAR. 1200 meter trip won't be a concern for him. His best form is over the distance at, as you mentioned, 16 to 1. Tremendous value, and I think that Despicable is probably worth an each-way play in the lucky last.
Yeah, I agree with you. And talking of 16 to 1, let's get your opinion on about number 1, Putin's Promise. For Com Naidu for the very first time. Trinisha Pillay and Mr. Govender own this horse by announce. Gets gate 1, brings Highveld form into the race. I think if Super Agra was in this race, he'd probably be favourite, and Severescence no slouch.
Yes, certainly, Warren, but I'm not quite sure what to make of Putin's Promise chances in this lineup. His last 3 rounds haven't been the greatest of efforts up in the Highveld. He does take on a bit easier, and he is drawn in gate 1, but he runs after 172 days off the track. It's been 211 days since his last win, so I'd like to see how he does go in this race, but I'm not quite sure what to make of his chances, so I'm on the fence with him. The 2-horse, 2 of us. Now, he's super consistent of late. He never knows how to run a bad race. Warren Kennedy gets on extremely well with him. He's well drawn in gate 2. I think he must be an obvious runner.
Absolutely. Has been 248 days since his last win, but wow, since then he's earned a lot for the owners. He does his best as he goes along and runs places, neatly drawn. Warren Kennedy, yeah, easy to make a case and lots to like about him too. Even Nut Warrior, he's holding form. So there are a couple in with chances. Brazil Nut won very well last time. But I think as we wrap this 8th race and move on to our shortlist, I'm excited. The thought I'm leaving the viewers is that I'm excited to see Cape Eagle run, because I think he's very progressive and could dispose of this field. But the value is number 7, Despicable, for me at 16 to 1. You agree on those comments?
Yes, I'm in full agreement with you on that, Warren.
I think then to close up, let's share with the viewers your first 4.
I will lean towards Cape Eagle as my top choice. The 2 of us, followed by the 7, Despicable, and then possibly number 12, Bernie's Dream, who does have a wide draw to contend with, but I think he will be running on strongly. And from your side, Warren?
I'm going to go 4 Cape Eagle, from 7 Despicable, and then 1 Putin's Promise, because I think maybe he could sneak into the back end of quartet. So 4, 7 and 1 for me. So we're in the same camp with regards to Despicable and Cape Eagle, but the rest of our selections do differ a little, but that's fine. That's race 8. Let's see how progressive and how good Cape Eagle is.